number 60. Now see, that belongs to the last module, that is geometry and trigonometry, and from that module that belongs to lines, angles and triangles. Okay, so have a look on this question number 60. Now see, the question is saying two nearby trees are perpendicular to the ground, okay, which is flat. So of course the ground will be a flat thing. Okay, so let me just draw the ground here. So this is what is my ground. Okay, and it's a flat one. Okay, now the question is saying one of the tree is 10 feet tall and has a shadow of 5 feet long. Now, out of those two trees, this is the statement for the first one, which is saying its height is what, 10 feet, and its shadow is what? That means if I have a vertical object, the perpendicular one. Okay, so obviously if it's a perpendicular one, so its shadow will be long on the ground. Okay, so its shadow is 5 feet long on the ground. Now, at the same time, the shadow of the other tree is what, 2 feet long only. So how tall in feet is the other tree is? Okay, now see guys, there is only one logic to simplify this question. That is, if the thing is longer, so obviously its shadow would be long. Okay, if the thing is shorter, so obviously its shadow would be short. Are you getting my point? Okay, now I'm going to assume, let's say the very first tree look like this. Okay, why so? Because see, it has to be the longer one. Why so? Because its shadow is 5 feet long and the shadow of another one is what, 2 feet long. So obviously the first one has to be the longer one and the second one has to be the shorter one. Are you getting my point? So this is what is your first tree and this is what is your second tree, and both of them has a shadow on the ground. Okay, so we can say this is representing the length of the shadow. Okay, so the first one was how much? It was 10 feet tall. So this is the height of the very first tree. So this is my first tree and this is my second tree. Okay, and because the first one is taller, so obviously shadow will be longer. So I can say this thing will be what? It would be 5 feet. So this is the length of the shadow of the first one. Okay, now the shadow of the second one would be what? This much only, and of course that is what? It is 2 feet only. Okay, so that is how first of all you need to draw this figure in order to analyze this question. Is it clear? And because the question is saying both of them are perpendicular to the ground. Now perpendicular means what? This angle is 90 degree and this angle is also 90 degree. Is it clear to everyone? First of all, you have to understand this diagram, understand this figure with the help of this statement. Like these two statements and the figure itself are saying the same thing. Okay, I hope that is clear. Clear to everyone? Okay, guys. Now let me just name these points here something so that you will not get confused like to which we were talking about. Okay, so see, let me just name this point as A, this point is B, this point is C, and let's say this point, this one is what? This is our point D, and this one is our point E itself. Okay, now do remember AB is the first tree, DE is the second tree. The shadow of AB is what? It is BC, and the shadow of DE is what? C. Okay, I hope now you will remember all of these things. Now you have to find what? We have to find how tall in feet is the other tree. Other tree means what? You have to find the height of the second tree. Okay, so I'm going to assume the height of the second tree is H. Okay, so DE is the height, and let's say this is H. Okay, and we have to find it. Okay, have a look. Now, can I say this triangle ABC is a right angle triangle? You tell me. Of course, I can say. Similarly, I can say this triangle DEC is also a right angle triangle. Okay, now if I just talk about these two triangles, that means in my triangle ABC and the triangle DEC. Okay, can I say that angle DEC equals to angle ABC equals to 90 degrees? See, both of them are the perpendicular ones, so they are the right angle triangle. Okay, now have a look. Can I say this angle C is the common between these two? Isn't it? So of course I can say angle ACB equals to angle DCE. Why so? Because they are the common ones. So let me just write down that they are the common one. Okay, so I have these two triangles and two of the angles of these two triangles are same. So can't I say that it has the angle similarity? Of course, because if two angles are same, okay, of the triangle, so obviously the third one would also be the same. So I can say it's the angle similarity. So definitely I can say that triangle ABC is similar to the triangle DEC. Why so? Because we do have angle similarity. Okay, now if two triangles are similar, so the ratio of their corresponding sides would also be same. Are you getting my point? Okay, so if this is true, so can I say the side DE and the side AB of these two triangles are corresponding? That means, can I say DE over AB? Let me just write down. DE over AB is equivalent to the what? The ratio of the corresponding sides are same, na? That means CE over BC only. So let me just write down that is equivalent to what? CE over BC. Okay, now you have to understand like why we have choose these four lines only, because see, in these four lines we have the value of three of them, isn't it? See, we have the value of AB, we have the value of CE, and we have the value of BC. So with the help of these three lines, can't I find out the value of DE? That is the height of the secondary. So that's why we have chosen those four lines. Clear? So let's just back substitute the value now. Now see, DE we were looking for. So it is the height of secondary. Okay. AB is what is the height of first tree, which is 10 only. Okay. CE is what? It is the shadow of the secondary. That is 2 feet long. And the shadow of first tree is what? BC, that is 5 feet long. Okay. Now let's just simplify that. So see, 5 2 is what? 10. So obviously the height value comes out as what? 4. That means the height of the secondary would be what? It would be 4 feet. Okay, so that has to be your final answer. So have a look on the options. Is there any option which is saying so? Of course, my option B is saying that the height of the secondary should be what? 4 feet. Okay, so I hope this easy and the important question number 16 is clear to everyone. The question is quite interesting. Okay, and the only logic is like you have to understand if two things are perpendicular to the ground. Okay, so which one is taller, that would be having the longer shadow. Okay, and which one is smaller, so that would be having a shorter shadow. Okay, and with the help of the concept of similarities of the triangle, then you have to form this equation, and then with the help of that you can find out the height of the second tree, which is 4 feet. Okay, so I hope this interesting question number 16 is clear to everyone. Clear? Okay, guys.